Could proposed development in Indian Trail hurt the neighborhood and others? Well, plans are in the early stages, but a lot of people in the Indian Trail neighborhood are already saying no way to two developments. Two different developers have submitted applications to the city. One is to build about 400 duplexes, the other a large apartment complex. Both developments would be off Indian Trail. Those duplexes north of Strong Road, the apartment complex north of Barnes. And KXLY4's Alyssa Donovan working for you. Alyssa, why are people opposing these developments?
Well, Nadine, one of the reasons that people are against this is because those applications are actually asking for rezoning. Now, one of the plots of land is currently zoned for about 300 single-family homes. Now, if these developments go through, that will be turned into a giant apartment complex with up to 400 apartment units. Now, neighbors say that doesn't work for them, and they don't think it actually works for the city plan either. The neighborhoods in the Indian Trail area are quiet. Not a lot of action and not a lot of traffic. And that's the way people like it.
It's essentially one way in, which is Indian Trail Road, and one way out.
But with a new development proposed to the north of Strong Road,
into all duplexes. And that would lead to 400 housing units.
And another new development proposed to the north of Barnes Road.
Between the two complexes, we're looking at possibility of 1,800.
Many who live here worry about the impact on the streets.
The major issues that the residents in the neighborhood are concerned about is the impact on Indian Trail Road, which is already heavily congested.
The proposals would fill plots of land that have been vacant for years. But longtime resident Jim Bakke says the issue is much greater than traffic backups.
It's about that population density and the very drastic impact it would have on the character of the neighborhood.
And with about 20,000 new people expected in Spokane by 2037, some are saying this is not the right move for the community as a whole.
Do we want to put a large chunk of that out on Indian Trail? Or would we rather focus it in more urbanized areas that have better infrastructure to support such a thing?
And we did reach out to both of the developers who declined to comment to us about the projects. The city is currently doing those traffic studies, and they're going to look for further public comment on the projects in the future. Reporting on the Skydeck, Alyssa Donovan, KXLY4 News.